Hello everyone and welcome. This is Lisa, and in this video here's the first question. Have you ever had the new supply apologize to you? Obviously this will be once the relationship is over, and I know there are people who have had that happen, and just curious, how many of you have gotten an apology from the new supply? All right, now I'm going to bet the majority of you didn't. I didn't, okay? And so if that new supply was a toxic new supply, I've talked about that before in other videos. If they're toxic and they participated in the smear campaign against you with the narcissist, especially when they didn't even know you or anything like that, you are so unlikely to get an apology from that new supply. That is exactly what happened in my case. And the new supply is a reverend, okay? Yeah. And I will never get, I do not believe, if this changes, I'll let you know. I will never get an apology from this woman, okay? So, however, as we all know, the narcissists, they can't apologize. And sometimes that new supply is so toxic, they got a lot of narcissistic, traits themselves. They can't humble themselves to apologize, even if they know they were wrong, okay? It takes the bigger person, in my opinion, to admit when there's something wrong. So, saying that, I actually apologized to the former supply. Now, in my case, well, they were not married, and the story I was told was so different. And of course, I believe the narcissist. I did not smear the former girlfriend in a public way, but I did believe everything he said. I thought she was crazy. I thought all of these things. And of course, later I found out none of this is true. She never said he is a narcissist, although I know she told him that. She just told me, wait till you see how controlling and demanding he is. And of course, at the time I'm thinking, what? Oh, wow, that was sort of an understatement. Okay, so she did try to warn me. He did successfully paint her as crazy and everything else. And because of reactive abuse on her end, and I totally understand that now, it sort of played into it. But towards the end, and a lot of my friends said, you know what, you don't owe her anything, and she was nasty to you, and hey, whatever. I want to do the right thing. Not really for her, although it's like, well, she's not going to get validation from him. I'll try to give her some validation, at least that she was right. I needed to do what was right for me. And anyway, so I did send her email, letter of apology, that even though I did not knowingly create harm in her life, I know that indirectly that I did, and I hated it. I hated it, knowing that I was responsible, even though I didn't know I was, for another person's pain, that my presence created pain in someone else, because I'm being lied to, she's being lied to, and and of course it's always easier to blame the person that you don't love than the person that you do. So for any of you who have reached out, because we're all new supply at one time, and if you apologize to that new supply, way to go. I think that's awesome. I'm not saying that's something that you have to do, but I am very curious. Did any of you have the new supply come to you and apologize to you later? And how did that feel? Just curious. Share your story. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.